Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 56. And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bears and the Browns, and it's coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions, the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and CD, all eyes on the AFC champs. A lot of folks out there in Ohio have waited a long time for this night. What a story. The Cleveland Browns, their first Super Bowl appearance ever.
I would say there are a lot of tears to go with that joy, right? And it's tears of appreciation, tears of patience. As you pointed out, it's been a long time. Remember, this team was 0-16 just 4 years ago. Made it to the playoffs in 2020, got the road win in Pittsburgh, and now here they are in the Super Bowl. And you have to go back to 1964 for their last NFL title, pre-Super Bowl era, when they beat the Baltimore Colts 27-0.
Meanwhile, it has been a roller coaster ride in Chicago the last few years. They've been up, they've been down, they've had double doinks, but now the Bears are back looking for what would be just their second Super Bowl title.
Now, we do know that the Bears had plenty of success pre-Super Bowl because they won 8 NFL titles to be exact. But as you just mentioned, looking for their second Super Bowl win, they did have another appearance in the big game. That was one that they lost to Peyton Manning and the Colts in Super Bowl 41. The win prior, Super Bowl 20, a huge blowout against the Patriots.
2nd and 5. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Chubb will get the call, running left. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things, and then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, Chubb. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Mayfield now. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. To throw, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that.
And the Browns are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. First carry here for Kane-Nwangu.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Now a give running right, Nwangu.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Handoff right side to Nwangu.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a shot.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. That's complete right side to Kmet.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, they're...
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Chicago!
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings on 2nd and a yard.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns have taken the lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 14-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Nwangu going to get it on the counter. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On the give is Nwangu.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 25-yard line.
115 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Handoff here to Nwangu. Down to the 25. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Throwing on third down, Fields. Going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run with Nwangu, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Fields on first down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
2nd and 7.
Mayfield on play action. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
These two teams have had plenty of extra time to make their final adjustments, but time's just about up. The final half of the NFL season is upon us. So let's get it back out to our Super Bowl broadcast team. Here's Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Now it's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Buying time to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time, great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing, Mayfield. It's caught by Hooper. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Well, a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Third and goal, a big play in the Super Bowl.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get this awfully close to a 1st down. Well, that's going to be a razor-thin measurement, but I don't think he got there. A good run that time. They couldn't close him down, and now 9 yards makes for a very different situation on 4th and goal. Play fake. Mayfield. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. On the run is Duagu. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Chubb will get the call running left. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
90 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
12 yards on the play. Leads to 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Fields. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Nwangu. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Another run now for Nwangu. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throw caught here by Bird. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Now it's Nwangu. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Fields. They'll roll him out right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Browns are getting closer now to that ever-elusive 1st Super Bowl victory.
And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectation nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Jadeveon Clowney, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Breaks through the contact. Touchdown, Chicago!
Kene Nwangu,
his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears get a bit closer. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
They run it again with Chubb. And running with Pat, fighting through, and he's got space. And he takes us all the way down to the Bears' 24.
Wow, 185 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Fields.
That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
That's good for the Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
On the give is Nwangu.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
But that won't do much good as he is tackled at his own 7.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Flush to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
2nd down at 4.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Mayfield now. It's caught by OBJ. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10 now from the 27. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
And that is incomplete.
GG's. GG's. GG's.
That is an unforced error there that takes away.
To read all that bullshit. Good. GG, bro. GG.
Super Bowl champs. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys cheering, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.
Hey, I appreciate y'all that never voted for me. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. This goes to y'all. This goes to y'all for sure. Appreciate that. What's up, dude? We can go to sleep now, buddy. Come on. Go to sleep. Come on. Go to sleep. I do the rest of this shit from remote play. Come on. Let me see this shit. All right.